Where you got it? What's that? Oh, the handheld? Is it on?
Yes.
Testing 1 2 1 2 1 2. There we go. All right. Y'all good? You good? You good? Oh, we're waiting for a battery. Testing 1 2 1 2. 1 2 1 2. You want me to hand the mic around to every question too? Nope. All right. Testing 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2. Is that okay? Ready? All right. Welcome everybody to the 108th season of Southern University football. This week, 2 p.m. game, season one, or I'd say game one of the 2026 season. 1 2 1 2 1 2. That's a late reaction. Southern will play against Alabama State. The last time, if I'm not mistaken, was Southern played in that stadium, Legion Field, was 2004 against Alabama State for the SWAC championship game. We lost that game. Coach Pete Richardson was head coach. That was in 04. So it's the first time we've been at Legion Field for quite a long time. So ought to be a fun time to go. Of course, the Marshall Faulk era begins. The game will be on ESPNU. And then also will be on Q106.5, the Southern University Radio Network. This year, sad to say that Coach Pete Richardson has decided to hang up his microphone. And he is currently looking to move to Cleveland, Ohio with his daughter. So wish him all the best of luck. Talked to him yesterday. And he wished all the broadcast the best of luck, all of us, and have a good season, of course, with Coach Marshall Faulk and what have you. So Eric Randall, former quarterback, will join me in the color analyst for this weekend's game and for the season. That's what I was told by Coach Banks and Henry Baptiste yesterday. So without further ado, the Marshall Faulk era begins right here at Southern University. And here he is right here, head coach of Southern University, Marshall Faulk.
Got a faulty mic. Sit that there. I got you. How we doing? Good. First, I'd just like to open up and say it's awesome to finally have a game to look forward to. And in today's atmosphere, you don't get to pick your opponent. This game and the inaugural, we are extremely excited about playing in this game. Alabama State is a tough opponent. It's interesting that Coach and I we share a hometown. We grew up in the same area. Our families know a lot of each other. We've played against each other throughout the NFL, throughout our NFL careers, and now we get to face each other on Saturday. As a team, we're really looking forward to it. The kids are they're really excited. They can't wait to show people. Last season, obviously, left a bad taste in their mouths. Fortunately, the last game that they played, most of the guys that's on this team, they won, and we want to continue on from that last game and find ways to win football games. That's what we're trying to do. Try to be a team that find ways to win football games. So with that, I'll open it up for questions. I think it's good. I think it's extremely good. And I'm going to say that we have probably a little bit more of an advantage in the sense that they know, well, we know coaching-wise what they like to do, how they like to do things. Returning a quarterback that was phenomenal in this conference last year, a guy that highly touted, that did some amazing things. We understand what he brings to the table. And for us, I know when they look at us, you know, they are doing their research to figure out offensive coordinator-wise, defensive coordinator-wise, what they did when they were where they were last year or the past couple of years and what influences that they have. So we might have a little bit of advantage there, but when you think about it, Coach Robinson, he's the most tenured coach in the conference, and I'm the newest. So what a great matchup, and we're just looking forward to playing against each other. I can't say that I remember the first meeting. I'd be lying to you if I did that, but I remember him as a player. Just guy who he was a work hard guy. Wasn't the fastest, wasn't the strongest, but real smart guy, real cerebral guy. Didn't make a lot of mistakes, and he made his way on special teams, and then started playing. Got his way to start into the league, but he was a guy that was going to work hard, that was going to give you everything that he had, and he wasn't going to beat himself. You have to beat him, and I'm gonna say it's indicative as to what their team is like. They're a team they're not going to beat themselves. They're disciplined, they're well coached, and they come out prepared. Right now, we don't. As my understanding is, Kelby is he's in with that group of guys that filed to stay in the state of Louisiana, and I believe with that, as that stay it allows him to play until something else is said. We're looking for guidance from the NC2A or the lawmakers to tell us by Friday what we are to do, and I'm a follower of the law. The law says that he can play, and we're happy to have him. Kelby is Kelby, man, and watching him on tape last year, and seeing what he did. When we found out that he was coming back, I was like, man, if we could just get this guy, let's just say 5-10 plays a game right now, just to kind of bring him up to speed. And he immediately steps on the field, and guys like that who work hard, who every play they bring and give you everything that they have, it's just amazing at what that work ethic does. And I'm just glad some of our younger players, they're getting a chance because they got a chance to hear him coach them as he was doing a great job as a GA, telling people what to do. But then when you can suit up and get out there and show them not just how to do it, but the intensity that you want to do it with. It's just phenomenal to watch him get out there and compete. Um, I'm gonna go with quarterbacks are prima donnas, and they step into the huddle sometimes and they expect things. He did not do that. Understanding that he was coming here to compete, and that's what he did. And you always want your quarterback to be the leader, and sometimes he might not be that. He's working day in and day out to make sure that he earns the respect of the guys to be the guy that's calling plays, that's doing what's necessary to help us win football games. Yeah, I, I'll go back to the spring, and Trey will tell you this. I looked at him and I watched him, and the first thing I told him was, I said, "You're fat." And and he asked Coach, what are you talking about? So I gave him a to do on how he needed to return in the summertime, and he came back about 10 pounds lighter, and he walked up to me and said, "Coach, I can feel the difference." Sometimes you just don't understand how good you can be by maintaining um, your weight and taking care of your body and watching what you eat. And he understands that now. He started to he went from being a young man and into just a full man, and weight, as we know as men, the things you eat sometimes you become. And he has to watch that. And now you guys will see not just the Trey Holly you saw last year, but one that deep in the games, he can continue to play. He can carry the ball late in games to help close games out and to win football games for us. All the guys by committee. Mike Franklin has looked phenomenal. He had a Liz Frank injury. He returned back from that. I was wondering about his conditioning. He had a little bit of a setback, and literally, I believe the scar tissue kind of moved in his foot, moved around, and I think it set him free. He's been looking phenomenal in practice. I'm looking forward to seeing Mike. I think that Mike is a guy with what he does on special teams. Some NFL team, because of his body size, they're going to look at him. They're going to give him a shot. I think that he can really help an NFL team. If we get somebody, if they call and they ask me, I am going to rave about his work ethic, how he carries the ball. He's a heavy runner, and what his abilities are on special teams.
Looking at the game this weekend with Alabama State, what do you see as you evaluate the SWAC preseason player of the year and everybody?
Man, a kid that is just phenomenal. When you talk about leadership, he has it. When you talk about accountability at the quarterback position, he has it. All the things that you want in a quarterback, this kid, he does it well. Even when there's negative plays, how to respond to those negative plays, he does it well. All the accolades that he's received, he deserved, and rightfully so. And we're lucky. We're lucky to get him, week one. I'd hate to have him week 4 or 5. Week one, we might get him to make a mistake. later in the year is going to be hard because he's a kid that, he doesn't make a lot of mistakes twice. He files things away, and he understands who he is. He's not going to allow you to get him out of his comfort zone. Very impressed with the poise that he plays with, and I know as we are as a defense, we're looking forward to seeing that guy. A lot of growth, and I'm gonna talk in the area of just being disciplined. The discipline that's needed to go out and play a football game. I always tell him most football games are lost before they're won, and making sure that as we enter into these games that we don't beat ourselves, we don't make it easy for them. Um, you want to play a game. You want to get in between the lines. You want to give it your best effort. And when you look up at the clock, you want to feel good about how you played and that you played. Collectively, I'm going to go special teams. I'm taking the cheap way out. I'm waiting to find out too. Yeah, yeah. Actually, I'll just just a little transparency. Both of them will kick for us in various situations. Um, I they've both done a phenomenal job. Uh, each has had great days and off days, and to just say one has stood out like above. I mean, they both have kicked at a high level, and it's funny, man. Kickers are the specialists. They're enigmas in a sense because it's like they have bad days at the same time and they have good days at the same time. I'm like, is it in the weather? I just been trying to figure it out, and I don't know what it is, but they both performed at a high level and they both had bad days, and that's what you're going to do, and they always bounce back. So as we go, I'm gonna be honest. It'll be a field thing. It's literally a field thing. I'll say that Nate, I'll say Chris has a bigger leg. He's a guy that gives us some pretty good range once we cross the 50 on being able to make field goals. But Nate has leg has gotten a little stronger. He's kicking the ball better. So it's hard to tell which way we're going to go, but the guy who continues to be consistent, that's what we're going to go with. We have some guys that in our secondary. When I looked at the tape from last year, it wasn't that the guys were not skilled. It was just that they played a lot. In today's atmosphere, teams, they play 6, 7 receivers. And if you play only 2 corners and 2 safeties throughout the course of the game, your guys will get tired and they will beat you. So we're gonna rotate a bunch of different guys. We have depth in the secondary. We feel good about some of the young guys that we brought in, and we look forward to getting out there competing And that's what it's all about. Compete, and if you get beat, continue to compete. That's it. Because you're going to lose a battle. It's going to happen. Responding to adversity is what we keep preaching to them, what we keep trying to teach them. And you get a penalty, don't play scared.
Just quick follow-up. Said that he was a part of the lawsuit. I think those players were granted temporary restraining orders, so is Shelby currently eligible?
To my knowledge, he is.
He is
To my knowledge. To my knowledge, he's playing.
We have time for one more question, Coach Faulk.
Yeah, so it's gonna be-
To my knowledge, he has practice.
As you inch closer to your first game, how are you feeling, game?
I mean, I feel normal. I feel normal, whatever that is. I'm just taking it one practice at a time, one play at a time. Looking forward to as we get on the bus Thursday. Looking forward to as we get there Friday. Looking forward to Saturday. I have no idea how I'm going to feel. This is a new feeling for me. I'm looking forward to embracing it and making sure I take it as it comes. And deal with whatever the feelings are, and instead of trying to fight them, just deal with them, and as a coach, perform in them.
Thank you, Coach Faulk.
All right.
Hey, Rick.